and welcome back to the Legacy Fight Night. And I'm Ivan Luz, and this is my co-host, my other half, my bearded brother, Chaotic Bear. Hello.
Even Ivan, how's it going?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. Doing really great. Well, good evening, Prez. All right, so it looks like tonight in round one, we will be starting off with Anne on Soldier Stompy, and we have Levi on Sneak and Show. So this should be spicy.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Anne play this deck a couple times now, and she has really managed to navigate the combo matchups. She's found the right disruption pieces at the right time. I've only gotten to see Levi play once. He's pretty new to Legacy, I believe, but there's always those starts from Sneak and Show that just he's got it on turn 2 or whatever, and sometimes he just got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so like Anne has pretty much like started to make a name for herself when it comes to this deck. She's been just crushing it with it. I'm sure many of her opponents are having nightmares already.
Yeah.
And Levi here, we have had a sore lacking of Sneak and Show here on our fight nights and our Discord in general. So it's really, really cool to see somebody slinging spaghetti monsters and demons around. So.
Yeah, always surprising to me because I know it used to really be popular and it sort of waned a little bit. But
Yeah,
our meta is goofy in general.
right. And I think that with the introduction of, the super powerful green cards lately, people have been doing a lot of like Omni Show with green lately.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I've seen. Lots of Veil of Summer's main deck to push through their combos, things like that.
Yep, I tried that myself. It did not go very well. I gave up on that.
See, I'm telling you, Dr. Leo in chat knows. Beard Bros in the booth.
Nice. But believe that Levi's on the play with 7, Anna's down to 6 for this game 1 here. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I've gathered.
Cool.
And they are about to kick it off here. Okay, you can't go wrong with a turn 1 Ponder. Levi just already starting off strong, digging for those pieces.
Get it. Ooh, old border foil. Of course, I'm very appreciative of basic lands.
Oh yeah, yeah. How would you rate that? 1 out of 10. What do you think?
I think the floor for any old bordered foil basic for me is like a 7.
Yeah, at bare minimum.
Yeah, that one doesn't stick out to me. I think that looks like Mercadian Masks. I think, but it's
it's
fine.
pretty. Yeah. It's all right, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some of those older arts I'm super nostalgic for, but and with the Caracas, that's going to be a big game against Griselbrand and Emrakul.
Oh yeah, super
Probably
solid.
0 answers to that, right, in the main board.
Yeah, I didn't see any main board. No.
It's interesting. Yeah, Pithing Needle on the sideboard. I know I'm jumping to game 2 already, but he's going to have a tough time winning through Caracas.
Yeah, Caracas is probably the best thing Anne could have gotten at that point. Well, I mean, that early, especially, right? Turn 1.
Yeah.
All right, so Thalia, also good against combo decks.
Yep. Slow everything down a turn, slow the cantrips down a turn. Let's see, it looks like... I know that some Sneak and Show variants have been playing some number of Omniscience in the main. But it looks like he does not run any, so we can't actually just loop Emrakul every turn. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
As a way to play
By the
around.
way, I just realized we had some followers pop up. Hey, everybody, thanks for following. Really appreciate you.
Nice.
I was like, what is the sound I'm hearing? That's our follower sound. Hey.
So, and it looks like he's explaining Thalia to Levi here. Notable, he's an old school player, so even our modern friends know that card.
Oh yeah, sure. It said, what does this crazy big-headed lady do?
And how bad is that for me? I think it's pretty bad.
I mean, it's not great.
Yeah. All right, so just see a pass, fetch a Volcanic Island, and a swing for 2 here.
I mean, I'm just gonna assume the life total's going down. Yep. Nice Palm Pilot action going on.
I think that that's the small size boogie board, right?
I actually have no clue. I think on one of our previous streams I had mentioned Palm Pilots, and I was like, I've never seen one of those in person, so I'm not the one to ask.
No, there might actually be one in my desk. That was what I was using for life totals before I started playing on webcam, and I realized how good the phone is.
Oh yeah, sure.
But
all right, Anne is going in. Is that a big Thalia? Yes, it is.
yep, that's a big Thalia. So that's a lot of power on the board on turn 3 already, and a lot of that makes Grizzlebrand and Emrakul even worse off a sneak attack there. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and especially with that Caracas out. I mean, oh boy, drawing cards is nice, but at this point, is he just paying? Is Levi just paying a ton of life to do nothing?
Yeah. So I really wish I just truly don't see a single answer in the main board to Caracas, and that's wild.
Yeah, Levi doesn't
yeah, he
see
figured
the
it out
answer
already.
either, apparently. Yeah, he knows. Wow,
All
wow.
right.
So game 1 going to Levi's best bet, since most of the sticky pieces in the Ann's deck are going to be creatures.
Yep.
And I would also potentially go with the Echoing Truth to get some of the other threats, or I'm sorry, some of the other lock pieces off the board. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that if Levi knows about Chalice of the Void in Ann's deck, he would want to bring in that Echoing Truth probably. Given that he has no main deck answers to Caracas, I love the Pithing Needle.
Oh, certainly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Definitely. And so what would you go ahead?
I was gonna say it does cost 1, unfortunately, which plays right into Chalice of the Void, but
right. Maybe it's just worth, trying for it, especially on the play.
Yeah.
I was gonna also say then in that case, what would you take out numbers wise?
Cutting some number of days on the draw here, I think is fine. All of Anne's cards are about the same, and she has some accelerants that you saw to get them out, even ahead of days, as well as Caverner Souls. And then maybe some combination of Simian Spirit Guide and Lotus Petal, because I think that you need the hate out of the sideboard, not necessarily the go fast part.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could be beneficial to just try and go over her, but I do definitely agree with the counter magic side of it.
Yeah.
And Anne seems to be able to deal with counter magic really well. So yeah, going into Anne's deck, let me know what's up there.
Yeah, so she has got a Containment Priest, which should absolutely come in. It looks like she has 0 main deck, but she can always fetch those with the Recruiter of the Guards. She has got Sorcerer's Spyglass, which can hit a hit sneak attack, which is kind of medium. I love Thorn of Amethyst. It's just more tax effects. And I think some number of Council Judgment might be fine. But I don't know if you're not going to be able to react at sorcery speed a whole lot, so it may not be worth doing that.
Oh yeah, certainly. And the crazy thing is when you look at Anne's main deck, that seems to be where most of the hate already comes from, right? I mean, the suppression field is great. The cast out, could potentially be insane, right, off of a show and tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like the Ashen Rider that you see players play sometimes.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm really digging her setup for this matchup. It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of this that's even that bad to take out.
Right, exactly. I don't know exactly what I would cut to even bring some of these things in. Potentially, like you had said, maybe some of the mana accelerants, or even. Oh.
Yeah,
but she's not bringing in much, right?
Yeah, I like some number of mana accelerants just because a turn 1 Chalice from Anne is such hot game against Levi here. But
yeah,
it also won't
I'm
single-handedly
thinking
win
more
you the
of,
game. So.
Sure, absolutely. I'm thinking more of like maybe the slower stuff, like the War Chief, maybe as a mana accelerant could be trimmed.
Yeah, I mean, Palace Jailer is also kind of medium because I feel like if Levi can ever hit you, then you're just losing worse. But if she can
Yeah,
Violet in, then it just eats one of Levi's creatures, and it's going to be hard for him to get it back.
I agree. So
So,
I guess we'll see what they do here, huh? Let's see if Levi can get around this maze of taxing effects and see if they can't cheat, one of the biggest, baddest creatures in Magic history into play.
yeah,
You
and
know?
I will be sad if I'm always rooting for the mods, but I wouldn't mind Levi getting at least one hit with an Emrakul in. We don't see that often enough.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm excited for the spaghetti monsters, the Lovecraft
Yeah,
horrors coming out of nowhere. Yeah, sure.
yeah. We've had a little bit of Reanimator on the stream, I know. So we've seen a little bit of Gristlebrand, but
Yeah. Grizzlebrand definitely makes an appearance from time to time.
no. Player shuffling up here, and looks like she is either satisfied with her hand or she's waiting for Levi to play Mole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and is snap keeping that 7. It looks like. So Dr. Leo
Also,
says Dr. Leo says D&T style decks are historically very good against Sneak and Show. That's very true. Like I said, and that may be one of the reasons why people have adopted the sort of blue-green Omnitel sort of thing, because Omniscience is still extremely good against those sort of decks.
yeah. Yeah, you certainly get the tools, like Omniscience helps gets around some of the bounce effects. Sneak Attack does that a little bit as well, but...
Absolutely. And once again, thanks for the follow, Crinkle. I really appreciate you. Good to see you here.
So, and on a turn 1 Cabinet of Souls, speaking of that, Daze.
Yeah, right. Daze is pretty much useless at this point. So yeah, good call on taking that out. So what did we put under the Chrome Mox there? What did we imprint? Can you see that?
I
Okay,
cannot...
that looks like the Captain of the Watch, I think.
Yeah, that is
Or I'm sorry,
the... No,
preeminent
that's not the Captain
captain.
to watch.
Preeminent
There you go.
captain.
Yep.
One of those captains. There's lots of captains here. Captain Crunch. I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, so once
Yep.
again, Thalia doing what she does.
Back in, and I just realized that's one of the secret layers that looks like it might be shadow signs. It's very beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely stunning.
So, this is exactly where they were last game. I mean, Levi's untapping, except now Anna's ahead of the turn because of the mana accelerant.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. But once again, those sideboard cards could come in, real handy here. Pyroclasm, I'm assuming they brought in.
Yeah, that's hot game against because Anna of course is pretty low to the ground on toughness because of the Recruiter of the Guard. So Pyroclasm kills almost everything.
Yeah, certainly. Unless she can start pumping out the lords.
Yeah.
I guess we will see how this pans out. It's still early in game 2 here.
Well, we always err on the side of the mods, right? Always got to root for them.
Yeah. Get him, man.
Yep. Oh, there's that Caracas as well.
Destruction.
Yeah, you can see why she kept 7 here.
Oh yeah, I certainly would. Oh, and there's that suppression field. That is
Yikes.
a beating. Are we going to see a fetch and response here?
I hope so. Otherwise, that is dead until his next land drop.
Oh, well, we have a brainstorm in response. Pretty good.
Yep.
Heralded as one of the better cards in Legacy, right?
Yeah. Speaking of Levi and Brainstorm here, do you think that this is Force of Willable if he has one off that Brainstorm?
I don't know. Force of Will, you're always going down on the cards there, but I mean, how many things are affected? I mean, he does play. There are 8 fetches in Levi's deck, correct? And
Yeah,
we also still have the sneak attack. So yeah, probably it's actually one of the better lock pieces, I would say. What do you think?
I guess it depends on what else is in my hand. There's not a lot of ands that I'm super worried about. I guess Levi doesn't know she plays Swords to Plowshares or not, which would be big for him. But it also does turn off Gristlebrand, though.
Correct, yeah. There is a bit of contention here that we need to back up maybe just a second, because the Brainstorm should actually technically cost 2, right? Because of Thalia.
Yep, that's correct. And he
Oh,
has
it
already
looks like
shuffled.
it's
I think
already
we
being
are.
brought up in chat here.
Yeah. There's not anything we can do about it because he has shuffled his deck. We can't rewind, so we'll see how we're gonna resolve that. All right. So he is force pitch echoing truth there.
And so, are we just letting that go in terms
Yeah.
of like? Okay. Because the suppression field itself should have also cost 3.
That's true. Which Anne does have in Caracas, but actually it looks like they Doc must have caught it before we did because the chat says put the card back on top, fetched, and then cast Brainstorm. So I guess they caught him just before it was too late to do that.
Okay, so it looks like we have a bit of wackiness going on, but it looks like we're just trudging forward. So
yeah, we need to make sure Anne's life total agree. Okay, she ticked it down. I think she missed the 1 life off the Force of Will. But and yeah, actually, boy, yeah, this game state is in a wreck right now. But
yes, it certainly is.
So yeah, neither player's caught that the Force of Will should have also cost an additional mana. Oh, this technology we have over here, Cavern of Souls obviously naming soldiers. That's nice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it looks like there may be okay. They are attempting to rewind this here to get rid of the Force of Will play there. So we are okay. We're going fully back, and Anna's tapping her extra mana this time for that suppression field. And I think Levi should technically be at 17 right now because he hasn't taken the 1 life from the Force of Will, and he hasn't taken the 2 from that Thalia swing. But I bet that this all works out because Levi's got it on his pad there. Oh. But this is why we have table spotters. You know, trying to do this remotely would be a mess otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, it looks like we are getting that resolved.
Yep. Looks like there might. Oh, never mind. Levi just puts his graveyard above his deck sideways. It looks like.
All right.
Back to Anne for untap.
Alley going in. That's technically the same Thalia swing then?
Yeah, I
we
believe
went back
so.
in time.
Yeah, we went back in time to when he was at 17, and I think that he should be at 15 now. She still has that life total on there from the Force of Will, so Levi needs to remember to take the Force of Will off.
Right. Oh, there we go.
Figuring out, yeah. No matter where he ends up, it should be an odd life total.
Yeah.
But yeah. Table spotter this round is our mod Dr. Leo, and promise him to keep an eye on that Thalia.
Yeah, and he is absolutely crushing it. So
yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Leo.
So, and with the follow-up. Alright, there's that another preeminent captain. So, it's such a sweet card in our deck because it's like Goblin Lackey, but it doesn't even have to hit.
Yeah, it's insane actually.
Yeah. Underappreciated, I think, because the first time I got to see the soldier deck go off, I've seen it a couple times locally, but Anne just made so many bodies so quick.
Then again, haven't evil forces been, let's see, underestimating Kithkin since Tolkien, basically? Is that what I'm led to believe? That halflings of one sort or another are historically underappreciated?
Well, I'm the wrong kind of nerd for that.
Well, I'm sure somebody in
Yeah.
chat here has read some Tolkien.
Yeah,
or played
whoever appreciates your
D&D
joke is really going to get a kick out of this.
Yeah, thanks everybody, and you also, Bear.
I do what I can.
Too
No,
cool
I tried
for
to read those
school.
books in high school, and it was a nightmare. I couldn't get into it, so I never watched the movies either.
And no judgment here, man.
Yeah. Levi fetching right now should be down to 14.
Yep.
Wait, should
Back
the
to the
players
even
update?
numbers. Oh, once again, was that suppression field already out when he just fetched?
He tapped 2 mana for something. Where I assume it's for that fetch.
Okay, good.
So I assume we're
Yeah,
probably end of
Argon's
answering.
platypus. Everybody, get your Tom Bombadil emotes up in the chat. Just kidding, we don't have those yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah, Ivan, our emoticon guru.
No, absolutely not.
I appreciate the work of people who can do any art thing, but especially on a small 8-bit canvas.
Oh, there we go. We got some emotes in the chat. All right.
They showed you, Ivan.
They got some kappas and some something. I don't know. Kids,
I had
help
to
me
mouse
out.
over it.
In
It says
chat.
Sir Sad.
It says what now?
Sir Sad.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna move right on past that.
Yeah. I'm just young enough to get Kappa, I think, but I did have to look it up a year or two ago.
Nice. Well, tell them, Bear. Let them know what's up.
So Anne here did get to trigger her captain and put down a Daru War Chief. Tapped an attacking settle buff her whole team and make everything cheaper for second main.
Oh yeah, this is looking a little scary for Levi over here. Are they out of pyroclasm range then at this point? Thalia should still be able to be hit.
No, the War Chief gives +1/+2, so everything's safe now.
Oh boy, get him, man.
Yep, I had to check that myself when we were talking about Lords. So, but she's just gonna be able to go off second main here with that discount as well.
Absolutely.
Actually, this is just a one-turn clock, right? Levi just has to untap and win. And Anna's going to get to chain at least 2 creatures into each other here.
Yes, I'm not entirely sure how Levi's going to come back from this one. Are there any lines? Are there any possible lines you can think of? Just Spaghetti Monster?
He'd have to have end of turn Echoing Truth to bounce something, but even if he is able to swing a Spaghetti Monster, if he can play sneak attack, activate sneak attack, yeah, he would have to bounce something. It wouldn't be lethal anymore because they wouldn't have enough power, I guess. After sacrificing 6 things, but
let's also remember that even if Levi can play the sneak attack, are they going to be able to activate the sneak attack with the suppression field out?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They would have to bounce the suppression field and then play. But then it all costs 1 more because of Thalia to play the sneak attack. So he'd need an Ancient Tomb or a Petal. Yeah, I mean, these tax effects are just, getting there.
Overwhelming, yeah.
And we have a concession from Levi, it looks like. That's unfortunate. That deck does some really sweet stuff, and we didn't see any of it.
But hey, Anne coming through, once again, proving her just absolute dominance with soldiers in our meta, and good on Anne, congratulations. The taxes were real.
Yeah.
Sometimes the little guy wins, right? Shout out to Kithkin and Hobbits everywhere, once again.
Yeah, it's funny that Death and Taxes doesn't even play some of these taxing effects that were so good for her there.
Certainly.
Despite the name. So, I guess they're going over the match here a little bit. Looks like Anne might be going through her deck, but... So, we are going to get players in place for round 2, and we will be right back with y'all. Next round, we will be featuring Tensai versus one of our newer mods, Prez, and I am excited to see it. I haven't gotten to see him play.
Oh yeah, folks, just stick around. We'll be back in just a few. Thanks.